Will they start or will they sit? Head coach Andy Reid answering all Week 18 questions as the Chiefs head into their final game of the regular season. Kansas City, with the AFC 1 seed already locked up, holds the fate of 3 other NFL teams' playoff futures. We explain how, coming up next. What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Tuesday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. Last day of 2024, so happy New Year's Eve. Before you head out for your holiday plans, we're going to break down all things Chiefs headlines. So, are the starters going to sit against Denver? Could some players off the IR return? And what's the severity of some of the current injuries going on right now? We're going to discuss now, but first give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get this episode rolling. It is Broncos week as the NFL regular season comes to an end. We now know the time of Kansas City's Week 18 matchup. Here are those details. Kickoff is set for 3:25 p.m. Central Time on CBS this coming Sunday, January 5th. You can also watch locally on KCTV5. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson are going to be on the call. The Broncos are also looking to snap a 2-game skid and clinch a playoff berth with a win over Kansas City. Denver has posted a 5-2 mark at home this season, so let's talk more about the playoff picture as this game holds playoff implications for 3 AFC teams. There is one spot remaining in the AFC for a playoff spot. Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals, and Denver Broncos all vying for that last spot. So put simply, if Denver wins, it will have clinched its first playoff berth since 2015. Now, if the Chiefs win, then the Cincinnati Bengals or Miami Dolphins also get in on the chance to clinch the final AFC playoff spot. Here's what needs to happen in order for the Bengals to do so. They need the Chiefs to win. Plus, they need to win in Week 18 versus the Steelers, and they need the Dolphins to lose against the Jets. If Miami wants to clinch, they need the Chiefs to win, plus they need to win Week 18 against the Jets. Basically, it's easiest for Denver to clinch, then followed by Miami, and followed by the Bengals. Now, there is technically a scenario where if Denver loses against the Chiefs, the Broncos could actually still clinch a playoff berth if Miami and Cincinnati both lose or tie their games in Week 18. So if you were in control of fate, who would you want to see get that last playoff spot? Let us know in the comments below who you're going to be cheering for on Sunday. Now, on Monday, head coach Andy Reid talked about the AFC playoff picture and how the team plans to approach Week 18, knowing a lot rides on the outcome for other teams.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, it's the level of this division is, I think, incredible. We've got really all 4 teams playing hard and aggressive football and good, solid football. I know the Raiders are not in, I get that, but I know the other 2 are as deserving as anybody to be in the playoffs, and it's good to see that. I think that this is all about competition. We're in it for the competition, and both Denver and the Chargers are, they're both really good football teams. We're going to do what we have to do, or will do. I mean, and then, but most of all, we want to play well. That's what we want to do against a good football team.
As for who is going to play Week 18 for the Chiefs, well, Coach Reid said the official word is going to come later this week. Although reports circulated over the weekend saying that Reid would in fact rest the starters, there's actually no official word yet from the team to confirm that. Now, league-wide, the belief is that Kansas City will, which I would say is a very safe assumption, but I'm just going to hold off on saying the official word until Coach Reid confirms it. So, if Patrick Mahomes sits, Carson Wentz is going to take over as a starter. Coach Reid gave his thoughts on the backup QB Monday afternoun.
Yeah, listen, I'm one of his biggest fans, so I liked him coming out. I liked what he did before he was banged up there in Philly, and I liked what I saw last year from him for sure. So with his start with the Rams, so I like what I've seen here, which is I'm glad I've had the opportunity to see him here. Selfishly, I'd like to keep him, but I don't think that's going to be possible. He should be starting in the league somewhere. That's what he should be doing by his ability and the way he goes about his business. He's so structured and disciplined that his study habits, his work, all those things are just top notch. So.
All right, let's talk about some of those other key players who have been out due to injury. Coach Reid gave us an update on the offensive line and how the left tackle position is going to be handled going forward. He also addressed players like Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, and Jalen Watson, who all currently sit on the IR.
Any update on DJ Humphries and his injury status?
You know what? He's doing good. Jesse, I can't make you any promise. I want to get him out to practice and kind of see where we're at. So, but he is doing good in his rehab part. That's different than being on the field. So I'd like to just see how he does there. Yeah, I'm gonna play it kind of by ear as we go here. I've been happy with Caliendo and how he's played. I've been happy with Joe and how he's played. I appreciate them jumping in and keeping the level of play up. So. And I'm curious to see, if where DJ's at and if he can do anything. So I mean, I just want to see where we're at, and I'll evaluate that as we go down the stretch here. There's a chance with McCole and potentially Watson. I mean, potentially, that would be stretching it, though, I think. But the other two, no.
Last but not least, let's talk about running back Isaiah Pacheco, who was injured Christmas Day against the Steelers. So Pop left the game with a rib injury, but the severity shouldn't hinder the third-year back's playoff run.
Yeah, he'll be available playoff-wise. Yeah, he is tender. I probably should have mentioned that, but he is tender. And we'll just... I'll probably hold him back here this week in practice just a bit, so he can be fresh and ready to go. Yeah.
All right, last news of the week so far. We got a few roster changes coming your way. So the Chiefs announced on Monday they've signed linebacker Blake Lynch to the practice squad and terminated the practice squad contract of wide receiver Montreal Washington. So who the heck is Blake Lynch? All right, our friend Jordan Foote breaks it all down on Sports Illustrated. So Lynch is 27. He entered the league in 2020 as an undrafted free agent. His most impactful season was in 2021 with the Minnesota Vikings, where he set some career high marks. He played 16 games. He had 35 tackles and 2 sacks. The former Baylor standout amassed 134 tackles, 14 for loss, 6 sacks, and 3 interceptions in 4 years with the Bears. So since then, Lynch has kind of bounced around the league. He made some stops with the Vikings, Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Chargers, Seattle Seahawks, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Vegas released him on November 19th, so that paved the way for him to find a new team by the end of the year. Well, after Jack Cochran recently suffered an ankle fracture, the Chiefs' linebacker rotation in the Christmas Day win over the Steelers was once again headlined by Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquill, and Leo Chenal. Behind them, UDFA rookie Swayze Bozeman logged 7 snaps on defense and 18 on special teams, as well as Cam Jones, who had 6 defensive snaps and matched Bozeman with 18 special team reps. So those 5 players appear to be the club's top options to date, but Lynch, listed at 6'3" and 225 pounds, can be added into the mix. Of course, it never hurts to have depth, especially as a team pushing for its 3rd title in a row. Last thing to share before we close up today's show, KSHB sports producer Nick Jacobs shares this on Twitter. He says, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce led the Pro Bowl fan votes. Carson Steele and Creed Humphrey led at their respective positions. Pro Bowl rosters are going to be revealed on Good Morning Football this coming Thursday, January 2nd at 8 a.m. Central Time. All right, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily, our last one of 2024. We'll be back again tomorrow in the new year, so we'll see you in 2025. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Have a great rest of your night. In the meantime, we ask that you like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and see you next year.